Hello dear students, how are you? Dear student, you are watching on screen that today I am going to start management of heart tissue injuries or bone injuries. So bone injury basically divided into two part, dislocation and fracture. So dear student, first of all you have to read about the bone injury. So bone injuries is a serious injury and it is very painful. If bone injury is not handled properly, it may lead permanent disability. So the bone injury must be handled in proper way, thus to be handled by an expert doctor. The first aid steps are to immobilize the part and to stop bleeding. So first aid steps are to immobilize the part and to stop bleeding, internal or external bleeding by the ice therapy. So in this way the further damage can be avoided. Bone injuries can be classified as dislocation or fracture. It is again of various types like simple and complicated, in which blood vessels or nerves are damaged. So bone injuries is sometimes very serious injuries. So you have read about the bone injuries. Today now you have to read about the dislocation. So dislocation, it is an injury of joint in which the adjoining bone are displaced from their original positions. It may be associated with sprain or fracture. Dislocation is mainly caused due to the direct or indirect impact over the joint. So dislocation is mainly caused due to the direct or indirect impact over the joint. It may be simple dislocation, fracture dislocation, or complicated dislocation. Deformity may arise if treatment is not given properly. So treatment must be given in proper way. So dislocation is common in throwing and jumping events. So mostly dislocation occur is common in throwing and jumping event. It can be prevented by the standing muscles, performing proper warming up, controlling the excessive range of movement of joint, and avoiding jerky movements. So this is the way, and now we have to read about the, now you can see the picture of the dislocation on patellar dislocation of knee. So in this way it can be dislocated due to the jerky movement, due to the excessive range of the movement, without warming up, doing any kinds of physical activity, throwing and jumping event. So now we have to read about the fracture. So distant fracture, in this injury bone breaks up by the external pressure. There may be the slight breakage or complete breakage. Fracture may be simple or complicated. Incomplete or wrong treatment of fracture is very dangerous. So fracture may be the simple or complicated. Incomplete or wrong treatment of fracture is very dangerous. Thus, to be handled by an expert, first aid steps are to be stop bleeding and restrict further movement of that part. Further, take the victims to the hospital as the earliest. So, this is a fracture you are watching here. In this way, it can be the fracture on the figure. Now, fracture categorized. So fracture can be categorized as closed fracture. So in this fracture the broken bones remain inside the covering of skin. There is no open cut over the skin. So this is called the closed fracture. Next, open fracture. So open fracture, in this fracture there is a cut over the skin by the sharp edge of broken bones. Bones are by external object along with the broken bones. So this is the called the open fracture. Now I have to read about the complete fracture. So complete fracture, when bone totally breaks down into two pieces, is called the complete fracture. In complete fracture, bone is cracked or partially breaks. So incomplete bone is cracked or partially break up is called the incomplete fracture. Green stick hairline fracture. When bone is bent with mild cracking. The bone does not break completely. It's called the green stick hairline fracture. Comminuted fracture, when bone is broken up into many small pieces at the site of fracture, is called the comminuted fracture. Impacted fracture, the broken bone is driven into another broken bone, or when the broken ends protrude into other bone or part of sudden impact. It's called impact fracture. Now we have to read about the transverse fracture. So transverse fracture. This type of fracture is caused due to the breaking of bone at right angle with the axis of the bone. Next, stress fracture. Stress fracture is also known as hairline fracture. It is caused by repeated stress over time. It mostly occur in jumping events. Bone is pressed from corners and it causes partial damage to bone. Now I have to read about the oblique fracture. Oblique fracture, an oblique fracture is that in which the bone breaks diagonally. Oblique fracture tend to occur on longer bones. Now compound fracture, breaking of bone along with the dislocation is called the compound fracture. Complicated fracture, bone is crushed. Moreover, the delicate organs like brain, heart, liver, kidney, nerves, blood vessels, etc. are damaged by it. It's called the complicated fractures. Now you can see the figure of the types of the bones of the fractures. So closed fracture figure you can see here, open fracture, intraverse fracture, spinal comminuted fracture, impacted fracture, and green stick fracture, oblique fracture. So these are the few figure of the fractures given here. Now we have to talk about the symptoms of bone injury. So dear students, symptoms of bone injury: severe pain around fracture or around joint bone. So it will be the severe pain around the fracture or around the joint. Next, the joint bone will look deformed and swelling around the affected part. The joint bone will appear fixed with the no movement being possible. Local temperature arises and the fracture part is deformed. So these are the few symptoms of the bone injury. We can identify by these symptoms that bone injury happen or not happen. So the few symptoms of the bone injuries. Now we have to read about the first aid and the management of the bone injuries. So first of all, do not move the joint or bone. The victim should be kept at a comfortable position. Second, apply cold pack or ice packs to reduce the pain, swelling and internal bleeding. Provide support by using string or splint bandage sealing to the prevent further movement. Moreover, it gives relief to victim. Patients should be handled by an expert doctor and X-ray and other diagnosis should be done properly. The expert should manage the immobility by the applying plaster so as to enable to the joint to take its real position. This immobility should be for 3 to 6 weeks as per expert advice. After full treatment of the dislocated joint or bone fracture, follow the progressive rehabilitation exercises or physiotherapy to regain strength of the joint or bone under the observation of an expert. So these are the first aid and management of the bone injury. So dear student, unit 7 has been completed. So you have to complete the note, you have to write questions, 1 marks question and optional questions, 3 marks question, 5 marks questions. So you have to complete and now we will soon meet with new unit 8 with new topic and you have to revise whatever a unit I have taught you. So every unit you have to revise at your home, and everything you have to read in proper way. And one thing more, you have to make practical notebook also. So there are 3 practicals. Already I have given the syllabus of the practicals of in this year 2020-21. So you have to complete practical work also. If you have any queries regarding practicals, then you can ask with me. Okay, thank you, bye bye, see you.